Massive bearish position of $590 million worth of AMC puts held by Puerto Rico-based company incorporated during the January 2021 squeeze. What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today we have a lot of stuff to go over with AMC, so make sure to watch until the end of the video so you don't have to watch another update video here on YouTube. I'm going to update you on every single thing that there is to update you on, and all I ask in return, please hit the like button, watch till the end of the video, hit that subscribe button, have post notifications on. Let's get into the video. So we talked a little bit about a Puerto Rican-based company, a Puerto Rican-based hedge fund a little while back betting puts on AMC, but now you're seeing that again. $590 million worth of AMC puts held by this random company in Puerto Rico. This is again Trolus Capital Advisors, but why am I bringing it up again? Well, overseas firms have plenty of different rules on how they report to us, but also they added to their position once again. Fidelity orders still very high from the buy to sell ratio, 71% to 29% for AMC, even though these large funds are still betting puts on AMC. The buy to sell ratio is still very green, and most of the brokers are showing the wrong price on the chart. All-time highs were around $72 and change, so every chart should show $720 since we had that 10-to-1 reverse split. So far, I've only seen TD accurately show the price. According to this tweet on Twitter, this is why AMC price of $11 is fake to get you to sell for cheap. It's all BS. Now, this is something I've been trying to tell you guys. The price is absolutely fake. Not a single broker can coordinate with the other brokers to get the price correct, get the data correct, the short interest, the cost to borrow, the settlement shares, all of that stuff. They can't get it to be correct because there are so many fake shares floating around on AMC. Now, a quick touch on some Ortex numbers. We're sitting at 13.35% short interest, so a little bit of a rise in short interest according to Ortex, with utilization at 84.33%. So we're seeing a rise in utilization as well as the short interest of free float, and the cost bar average sitting at 9.75% and a max of 14.38%. As for Sonko Tracker, apparently they have 1.5 million shares available to borrow against us, 12,000 calls sitting expiring in the money at a most recent fee of 15.1%, and you're seeing double the puts expiring in the money than the calls, so we still are losing currently on this week's options chain, which AMC usually does week in and week out, lose on the options chain because they manipulate the price down, collect that premium. It's very dangerous to play options on AMC in general. Short exempt volume finally hit the 400,000 mark, which is still extremely high for any given ticker, but this is just because AMC is super low. They're letting off some pressure, and they don't want even more FTDs that they are going to have to cover. Again, we have been on the threshold securities list for about 47 days now, and if none of these shares can be located, we will be still staying on that list. You can see that they have a ton of old shares as well that they still have to locate eventually down the line. Now, HFTs involve the owner of securities, typically a registered investment company, pension plan, sovereign wealth fund, or institutional firm, transferring those securities temporarily to a borrower, typically a hedge fund. SFTs are often facilitated and intended by broker-dealers and agent lenders, i.e. custodial banks, other institutions that lend out securities as an agent on behalf of institutional firms. In return for lent securities, the borrower transfers collateral, and a net payment is typically transferred to either the lender or borrower that reflects the liquidity of the lent securities, as well as interest on any cash collateral. Now, this is very important to pay attention to, because if you read this very slowly, you slowly start to understand what's happening here. NSCC understands that the SFTs provide liquidity to markets and facilitates the ability of market participants to make delivery on short sales and thereby avoid fails to deliver, naked shorts, and similar situations. Moving on, another morning where APE, the delisted security, is still seeing an increase in its cost to borrow. So not only are all of the prices on these brokers for AMC incorrect, the data being incorrect, the float being incorrect, but APE is still moving in the background for the numbers, even though it's delisted and the chart is stagnant. Mullen has now filed a new lawsuit against TD Ameritrade and other large stock brokerage firms. The company announced on Tuesday the lawsuit was filed in the U.S. District Court in the Southern District of New York against TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, National Finance Services, and other, alleging that these broker-dealers engaged in a scheme to manipulate the share price of the company's securities. Now, everyone talks about, oh, Adam Aron can't speak because of the quiet period, but take a look at companies actually making moves like GNS and Mullen filing a lawsuit against huge named firms. Now, this is a dangerous game to play, but it shows that they are not worried about it. They are not afraid, and they know that the share price in Mullen has been manipulated by these big bastards that are in power. TD, Charles Schwab, and National Financial Services are manipulating the price of Mullen stock, and they are finally going after them. Speaking of these players in power, Goldman Sachs will be settling CFTC charges by paying $5.5 million stemming from their failure to record trading desk phone lines. And since we're talking about Goldman Sachs, they also used funds from the Chinese Communist Party to buy a series of US and UK companies. Now, before we move on to the charts and some additional stuff to close out the video with the S&P 500 and the AMC and GameStop chart, take a look at these top two links under the video. First one is Moomoo, and then the next one is Discord. These are going to be very beneficial for you because if you're in the Discord, you can talk with me on the daily. I pop in and out of Discord all the time. You can tag me in there. I also post my trades as soon as I take them, but the main reason to get in there is because whether you're a beginner or advanced trader, we talk stocks all day long. You can bounce ideas back and forth, ask questions, and everyone is super nice in Discord, so join it. It's $1.99. It's not $20, $30 like these other Discords on YouTube, so get in there. Plus, guys, if you want up to 15 free stocks and $50 sent to your account and a potential Tesla or Google stock, download Moomoo using my link. Once you open an account and make a deposit of even $1, you are going to start earning benefits from there. The more you deposit, the more benefits you get. Plus, it's a good platform to trade on that gives you access to trading options, going long, going short, and more. Go do that, guys, before the month of August is over. Let's get into the charts. AMC trading at $12.57, up 15.22% on the day. I don't really care about this price action, but I do want to show on the 1 minute time frame that AMC has been hugging the oversold portion of the RSI as well as the top of the Bollinger Bands, getting hit, but this is showing a lot of strength, at least on the 1 minute chart. Of course, until we see huge moves, huge green candles opening at serious prices that are going to make us millionaires, it's not really anything to pay attention to, but to show the strength in the price action at these levels, something that I wanted to put out there because before we ran in 2021 in June, you saw the slow grind of serious strength from $8 to $14 to $17 to $19 before that massive Hulk candle to the upside. So just to put this on your radar, AMC is looking beautiful, bouncing off of the middle of the Bollinger Bands and just fighting that RSI as well. GameStop trading at $18.25, basically sideways on the day. It looks like there is a little bit of a gap fill down, but overall GameStop has been making higher highs and higher lows. The chart is looking decent. Not much to say on GameStop, right? We're just waiting for that major move on GameStop, that major rip. Whenever these U's form, these hard reversals on GameStop, you usually see a large move to the upside, and one of those large moves being back when we ran to $500. Just keep an eye on GameStop, especially with the SPY ripping like it's doing. I don't know why the SPY is ripping to the degree it's ripping. Apparently that correction is canceled, even though we got a slight correction. I thought it was going to be bigger than that. So it's trading at 451, up 0.4% on the day. Fighting resistance here. There is a gap fill to the upside right around 455.50. Also a gap fill way down to 423.30. Somewhere in that zone, somewhere around that level. So there are huge gap fills up and down on the SPY. But what is affecting it? Why is the SPY still running? We had some news come out today. The US Q2 core PCE prices rise 3.7%, estimated 3.8 and previously 4.9. We also had some other news come out that affected the market as well. But after today's rally, Michael Burry, if he's still holding his position, would be down 53% on his $1.6 billion S&P 500 short if he's still holding it. Again, that doesn't have to be reported to us yet in the 13F. So do you guys think in the comments down below Michael Burry is still holding his puts on the SPY? You let me know. And to close out the video, Twitter obtains license required for crypto payments and trading. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to hit the like button on your way out. Check the links. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.